Hello. Feel like I've really not given you guys an update on anything at the minute, and as you probably can tell, I'm not feeling the best, and things behind the scenes. As much as I can put on this mask, it's not been great. I will be truthful on that. That's the reason why I've not been uploading. It's pretty much been non-existent because as much as I've been kind of trying to go away in the caravan and stuff over the past 3-4 months, let's just say, like, surviving each day, definitely not thriving, is hard. Even talking, I think I said this on my last health update video, but even talking really tires me out. Like, I get out of breath. My body's just not my body's just not loving life at the minute, and I think it's pretty obvious to tell. I think you could probably kind of get the vibe in my last vlog, which was the last time that I went away in the caravan, and this is basically a health update that I really owe you guys because I feel like I've really left all of you in the dark with what's been going on, why I've not been uploading, and my YouTube, community, the family I have over here is on another level. Like, you guys care for me as if you are my own family, and that is why I owe you this, and you will be still part of this whole journey. Just you wait until what's going to come out my mouth. Literally, the past few months, I have spent every single day, quite literally, in bed. I'm not kidding. I can't do anything at the minute. Just like the basic things in life, like going and having a shower, like things like getting ready. I'm not even joking. It takes the willpower in me. It's insane. But even though little things like doing my skincare and literally just having a shower does make me feel a little bit better, just like the basics of human life really, really take it out of me at the minute, and my body's not been doing great. So the last health update that I did, I think, was in February, March. So I can't actually remember how that ended, but basically this is the health update following on that. So if you haven't seen that video, then go back and watch that and then come back to this video, because this is basically a follow on what's been going on. So I will admit I have been as in the dark as you guys up until the past, I'd probably say, week, and I'm genuinely being serious. I've just been at home, no idea what's been going on, kind of just having to get by with this condition and my body just in this way, battling with whatever the hell is going on. I think I mentioned in my last health update that I had a scan back in February, which I did, and basically I've still got kidney stones in my left kidney. I was told on that phone call that at some point I'm basically going to have to get them removed, which we are aware. Basically, when I was a lot younger, like I'm talking baby, when I was basically like a toddler, and I had my earlier on health issues that can basically cause your body to produce calcium, and like a lot of calcium in your body. And even though I don't have calcium, well, I pretty much have non-existent calcium in my bones, which is where it's meant to be. To say, my body loves to create calcium stones. My body is as mind-blowing as the doctors say. Like, it is very unexplainable. I am a whole medical mystery to everyone and every doctor, which I totally just kind of accept now. Like, everything they say doesn't surprise me because everything they come out with is like, yeah, that's rare, that's not normal. On that same phone call in February, I got told that my gallstone, which we kind of knew that I had, back in, I'm talking 2020, but it was unfortunately kind of like, what do they call it, override, like they kind of just dinged over it, pushed past it back at Alder High. Like, I'm leaving it back then has now caused me to be in a worse situation, which is going to be the update for today. A lovely surgeon picking up that I had remaining kidney stones. I also had my gallstone, which he said had really grown and was pretty much like, at I think he said the neck of the gallbladder. If I'm honest, I've just deteriorated over time more than I have recovered and got better, which is very strange because surely to God, if you're removing kidney stones, you should be getting better, right? It doesn't make sense, but it is kind of making sense now because I've always had my gallbladder issue in the background, which I never knew because of course, I don't have typical gallbladder symptoms. This is the thing, nothing is going to be normal with me. With my surgeon being a kidney stone specialist, he was like, listen, I'm going to refer you to a gallbladder surgeon and basically put you under the hands of him and he will know what to do. He will look at your scan because at this time, this scan that I had in February was actually a CT scan. With a CT scan, it picks up stones like your kidney stones, calcium stones. You see where I'm going with this? I have been waiting literally until a week or 2 weeks ago now. I think it was about a week ago. It's quite scary how rapidly my body has declined. It's scary. My mum and dad have been incredibly concerned and pictures of my body have had to be sent to my doctor because of how bad I've deteriorated, and this, whatever this is, my gallbladder and my kidney stones, the effect it's having on my body is actually terrifying. Clearly there's something going on and it's clearly not good because my body's not coping well. About a week and a half ago, we got a phone call from my lovely surgeon, Mr. Glass, in London, who I absolutely adore. He's really helped me over the years with my kidney stones, and all of the doctors and staff at Guy's Hospital have literally turned around to me and said, you are quite literally a learning curve for all of us because we've never had a patient like you, because you are just a medical mystery. And I know that I've always been like that since literally day dot. He actually rang up and said, have you spoke to the gallbladder surgeon? And we were like, no, we've not. We have no idea what this guy's name is, what's happening. All we know is I'm really struggling and I need help pretty fast because this isn't good. So within I think it was a few days, I got a phone call from a gallbladder surgeon who Mr. Glass obviously recommended. Now this is at the different hospital in London, still an incredible hospital, literally just across the pond, but it's a different kind of team, and obviously I don't know these guys. I have no idea who this doctor is. I have no idea who the surgeon is or anything. I've never met them, but with the scan that I had in Feb, my surgeon actually sent that to my gallbladder surgeon and basically got a radiologist to look at it, because as much as you can look at a scan as someone who knows kidney stones doesn't necessarily mean that they're, fully aware and know it all with gallbladder issues and problems and things. So he's not specialised in that. I had a phone call with him. He actually rang up and basically he explained that my gallbladder, I'm literally laughing because you could not make this up, but he basically said on the phone call that my gallbladder stone isn't a gallstone. It's actually a calcified, heavily calcified. I can't do this seriously because I think in these situations I just end up laughing because these things are just never simple with me and normal, and in the end I just me and mum just find this hilarious because everything with me has to be complicated, weird and messy and a mystery. So he basically described my gallstone not necessarily as a gallstone. Words he used to describe it was a heavily calcified lump.
A number of things also concern me. One is what they call this gallstone is very heavily calcified, and that's very unusual for gallstones.
Okay.
Okay, gallstones are not usually calcium, and they don't normally show up on a CT scan.
Okay.
Okay, and the reason we're talking is because they've seen this calcified lump on your CT scan. So I've been thinking about you. I've got to look at your scans. I'm pretty sure that although your gallstone is calcified, do you remember I said it contains lots of calcium? Yeah, it is actually in the gallbladder and down the bottom of the gallbladder.
Which we were like, what? Because obviously we have been told that this is my gallstone. So that's basically all we know. And then a week and a half ago, we've now got a phone call with who's quite literally saying, yeah, you've got a calcified lump that's in your gallbladder and we need to just remove your gallbladder. The eviction's up, it needs to leave. Obviously, it ended up making complete sense when he told us that, because with a CT scan, and this is what he was saying, I'll try and put in some little voice notes so you guys can kind of get an idea. Obviously, well, when I put in like little voice notes, please take things with a pinch of salt. Obviously, these guys who are speaking on the phone are doctors, they know the thing, and you know, I'm just quite literally giving you a tiny little snippet of information that obviously isn't the whole phone call, so it didn't like seem as blunt or whatever. It's just me trying to give you a bit more of an idea of what was said on the phone call, because I think it's sometimes easier to be able to listen to little clips. He actually said on the phone call that it's it's quite rare for gallstones to be picked up via a CT scan, which again makes sense because kidney stones are calcium and they're like harder stones. Gallbladder stones, typical gallbladder stones, are not like the same form. So with my gallstone being a calcified lump, as he describes, basically that's how it's been picked up on the CT scan, because it's calcium. Calcium gets picked up via CT, and I have a lot of CTs, so no wonder this has been kind of like picked up. So he said the best, literally like the best and the only option is to remove my gallbladder. We need to get rid of the gallbladder. So basically ever since I had my kidney stone surgery back when I first vlogged it, so 2 years ago, I haven't returned to my typical health. I've not been the same. I've not had full recovery. Just haven't been the same. My body has still not felt like, better. And I'm still really struggling to, have my appetite. I literally have no appetite. I'm still dealing with a lot of pain in my kidney area, like around my back, like my lower back. My lower back is where I get all of my pain, but the pain I describe it as, it's as if I've been kicked by a horse. And I say a lot of the time I describe my pain as this sounds really awful, but I want to pop my kidney. And I know that sounds really weird, but I just say that I want to kind of like pop it where the pain is to get some kind of form of release, which I'm a chronic pain girl. I'm already on buprenorphine, which if you know what buprenorphine is, it's one of the highest painkillers you can get, and I'm on the highest dose of that, which is just a patch on my back. That's what I have just generally because I have chronic bone pain. This is what I've had like for, most of my life now. I've always had chronic pain. That was never a concerning issue compared to what this is. This is like, a different level now. This is life limiting, life threatening as well. I've had a lot of scary, things said to me in hospital last year that I never brought up, and probably the reason I deal with a lot of PTSD, I'm not gonna lie, because of things that happened last year in hospital, like really scary, and it makes you aware of how valuable and, you know, how quickly life can go from, you know, me a few years ago living life, like doing the things that I love, to now I physically can't barely have a conversation with people because I'm so out of it. I'm constantly just wanting to sleep. My body, and this sounds really scary and probably not nice to hear, but it is the truth, and I will be like really open because this is part of my journey. But a lot of the time that I say, my body honestly feels like it's just slowly like slowing down. And I did say the other day, my body just felt like it was just slowing down, like shutting down bit by bit, because I've never felt this level of, I don't know, it's scaring me, and I don't get scared ever. Even when I had sepsis, I was laughing my head off because how my body feels to me has never been something that I've experienced before. And it does, it feels really sinister and scary. And I think when you can't quite control something, that's, yeah, it's something that I feel like unless you've gone through it, you won't understand. But it's scary to feel this every day, knowing that there's clearly something going on in your body, but you're having to wait because obviously with me being nowhere near London, I'm on a completely different team now as well. So I'm currently under London still, but I'm under 2 teams. So I'm now under Mr. Glass with my kidney stones, but I'm also under another surgeon at the other hospital in London, quite literally across the pond. It's like across the river. And he has basically said that this isn't typical for a gallbladder to create a gallstone that's calcium. That's literally all we've been told. So that means that I'm not only going to be needing kidney surgery, but I now also need to have my gallbladder surgery to have my gallbladder out, which I feel like I've not, you know, my body hasn't even had time, or I guess my body has probably not even been able to recover from everything that happened last year, because it wasn't just multiple surgeries last year, it was a lot of medical shite going on last year. I went through sepsis, everything happened, you name it, I kind of went through it last year. So I feel like my body has not even had time, let alone being able to heal from all of that. And I'm going back not even a year later, and I'm having yet another 2 surgeries, which at the end of the day, I've basically said I just want it all to be over. I want it all done now. I've suffered so much that I am not bothered that me going down to London and having to stay in hospital for whatever period of time that I have to stay in, it doesn't bother me, because if it means that I get better, that's literally all I want. And that's literally it. I just want to feel a bit more me, and I want to just feel not like death every day. It is so terrifying how I feel. My body just doesn't feel right, and I would love just to feel a little bit better. Each day I'm just like, it's another day closer for surgery. It's another day closer to finally, hopefully, getting better and getting answers and, you know, getting that clarification of, yeah, you finally, after all these years, going to get better. And between Mr. Glass, my main surgeon, and also my gallbladder surgeon, and basically they've decided that I clearly must be more, I think more urgently, my gallbladder is kind of, I think from what they're saying, my gallbladder surgery is more urgent than my kidney stone, which does scare me a little bit, because I was hoping that I was going to get my kidney stone sorted first and then go in for my gallbladder, because to me, for me personally, my pain is kidney stone pain, but I think the doctors kind of know that clearly I think, priority-wise, I think there's something not good going on. From what my surgeon said, Mr. Glass, I think he said that they have a great ICU team, which I don't know what that means. Him saying there's a great intensive care unit where I'm going does scare me a little bit, but he said, he's agreed with my gallbladder surgeon that I'm going to need my gallbladder surgery first before I go in for my kidney stone surgery, which, yeah, doctors know, and they clearly are prioritising things for me, for the benefit of me, because I don't know. I would personally say I want my kidney stones to be sorted first, but they know, they're the medical expert, and there's a reason why. They obviously think that my gallbladder is high priority. Honestly. And-ish. That's what I've spoken with. My 16-year-old brother and his friend in the kitchen making a protein shake, eating peanut butter out of a jar. I mean, that's the perks of being home alone with your brother. So me and Mum will be going down to London at the end of September, just after Mum's birthday. So again, which is hilarious, it will end up being like the same time that I went in last year, which is just really, really weird. And in September, I'm going to be admitted, going down to London with my mum. I mean, I could do a whole video on my mum, just on how much I just appreciate my mum, and, the fact that she has to do this all over again. I have no words, because this woman is what quite literally makes me so beyond lucky and rich in life, because she is just everything. And for her to go through all of this with me, and she's the one who has basically been my voice throughout of all of this, and she's the one getting me all of this help, is just incredible. So me and Mum are going to be back down in London. I'm going to be admitted to hospital, going in for my, surgery 1, which will be my gallbladder surgery, my gallbladder removed. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, if that goes well and it's successful and I'm okay, my kidney stone surgeon, Mr. Glass, he's going to check up on me, see how I'm doing. Unfortunately, with this kind of stuff, he said we're just going to have to go off how you are, and with things being very unpredictable with me anyway, he just wants to see how I am before he starts going, yeah, we'll do kidney surgery straight after. So I'm going to go down for my gallbladder, be in literally the hospital on the other side of the river, and then hopefully, if everything goes okay with that, they're going to transfer me to the hospital that I'm under, which is Guy's, and then I'm gonna hopefully then get my kidney sorted and get the remaining stones gone. Now hopefully, in the long run, even though this might be a bit of a longer stay, I might fully, get sorted and get my health back. So the end of this year is unfortunately just going to be a bit of a write-off for plans, I guess. It's just going to be literally me recovering and documenting that, of course, documenting my hospital, my surgery journey. I'm basically just documenting it all over again. The hospital diaries are going to be back. My mum is going to film for me, because at the end of the day, my YouTube is my documentary. My YouTube is my life diary, and it's a reflection of my life, and I always want it to be like that. You guys are everything to me, and I want you to be on this journey with me. And not only that, I would love people to watch me and, somehow relate. If you are going through something similar, or you're someone who deals with chronic illnesses, or anyone who's going through medical struggles, whatever it is, I basically want you guys to feel like you're not alone, because I felt so alone in all of this, because, it's one of the things, I think it's a very, very lonely world to be in when you suffer with a chronic illness and you're dealing with a lot of medical complications. It's hard, and you do feel like you are the only one feeling like this. And then when you get people kind of, you know, slightly relating or kind of understanding it, that's when it, I don't know, it's just a lovely feeling that you're not alone in this and someone else understands how you feel. And I love that. So if I can also bring you that side, then this is the reason why I basically document the highs and the lows of my life. I have no idea what this is going to look like, but we're going to be on the journey and the ride together, because I know that you guys have got my back. And yeah, last year, just reading your comments makes me feel so, you know, proud to be part of this like platform, and will forever be grateful for this community and this family I have on YouTube. Like the love we have over here, like it's what makes me still do this, because I just adore you. And especially going through what I'm going through and everything in hospital and stuff, it means a lot. It means really like a hell of a lot deep down. And I just want to say thank you as well for the love and the support that you do give me, and the continued support that you guys just seem to constantly keep wanting to give. And yeah, I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So the Hospital Diaries is coming, and I hope you're bloody ready. But yeah, that is basically my health update. I'm going to be documenting everything. My mum is going to be the one filming it, and it's just going to be just like last year, real, raw, uncut. I'm not, you know, it's just very unfiltered, and that's how I want my life to be. If you want to stay up to date, then definitely just click the little subscribe button. It's free. I love and appreciate you all so freaking much. I will see you guys in the next video.
So it's Wednesday, the 27th of August. Last night, Georgia had a really awful, well, we don't know what it is actually at the moment. It is either a gallbladder attack or another kidney stone obstruction. It was like labour pain, so she was breathing like a woman in labour, really uncomfortable. I just don't know how much more, you know, her little body can take.